Hey guys, so it's the start to another vlog. If you hear noises, it is because I'm watching some dogs. I'm sure you can tell the background's different. I'm just filming in bed real quick because I did get a chance to go home today, to stream and do some other work. I did not film this beginning of the vlog. I forgot. I remembered when I was packing up to leave. So I'm just doing this really quick. Just to say hi. That's the start. And to give you numbers. So I promised at the end of last vlog that I would give you the numbers of my where am I at? Of my manuscript. Here we go. So I'm at 7,296. And also, for my social media, I'm just going to let you guys know if I grew or not. But Instagram stayed the same. Twitter lost. So did Twitch. Ko-fi gained. YouTube gained. TikTok gained. And then the second YouTube channel stayed the same. So I'm growing, losing, growing, but it's fine. There will always be fluctuations. It's just that I'm small and it's way more noticeable. So, but yeah, I have definitely been working on my book. I have started Headspace, the Discord. I mentioned it. I think I mentioned at the end of the last clip that we were doing a writing challenge. Yeah, writing challenge. The specific challenge is to write 20K in the month of May. I am not necessarily doing that because, as you know, I don't like word count. But I have been trying to get into the habit of writing almost every day, if not every day. So my goal is to write every day that I don't have to work. So on Saturdays I don't have to work, and not on my husband's days off. So there'll be 3 days at most, mostly 2 days, that I am not writing something. Whether it's a scene, it's half a scene, something. I open the document and put some words on the paper. That is the goal, that is the point of this month. So I am posting updates on the Discord, and I don't know if I'm going to post updates anywhere else. Honestly, if I do post updates anywhere else, it will probably be on my Ko-fi, because I don't really want, especially being that this is not a public Discord, it's a private Discord, I don't want to overwhelm the social media, or I just don't feel like that might be the best place for it, if that makes sense. So for sure, I have updates on the Discord. I will let you guys know how I'm doing next time I check in, but also there will be updates on Ko-fi, most likely. I haven't fully decided. I might do like weekly updates on Ko-fi. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. That's really what's happening in the beginning of the month. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep because it's late. And I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, so excuse the mess. I just thought it would be fun. The rest of this will be B-roll, and I'll give little updates. But I'm making gnocchi by hand. I did this last month, and it didn't come out good. But this time, I followed the recipe completely. Didn't think that I knew what I was doing, and I'm doing good. I'm in the process of rolling it. So I'm going to show you some that I haven't rolled and then some that I have, and then I'm going to make pesto by hand. So I'll show you that, and that will all be re-rolled. This is the last part I'm talking. But I also excuse the mess in my kitchen because I'm in the middle of cooking, and there's a couple other dishes. But yeah, excuse the mess. Hey guys, so it's Friday, May 21st. And I just wanted to do a little checkup for multiple reasons. um, I was doing really good with the 20K in May that the Head Start group is doing. I was writing at least more than once a week because I kind of write at least once a week for the streams because there's at least one writing stream and one gaming stream a week. So I was writing a little bit more than that, which was really good. I'm at 12K something, I think. If you want to know where I was at this point, you can check out Ko-fi because I am doing weekly updates there on Ko-fi. But this week did not work out, and I had a feeling that was going to happen. This week was a little bit more tiring for lots of reasons, and I didn't get any writing done. I barely got other work done. So this week was the week of my dad's treatments, which meant that, it's really early days and I try to go to bed late, but my body doesn't like going to bed late. So it's that struggle of like, I unintentionally stay up early or late, not necessarily that late for me, but late in order to wake up so early. And I'm just in a constant state of like tired-ish to like tired. And yeah, I finished editing last month's vlog, which is up today. It ended up being today, this morning. So I finally put that up late. Hopefully this one won't be that late. And then I also edited the second part to the first stream of the Legends Arceus Let's Play. I didn't like the video. It was a lot of me complaining that I was tired because that Friday was very tiring, but I wanted to play the game on the day that it ended up being. And it's much, and that's just not much shorter. It's only 10 minutes shorter than the first one because the first one's 42 and this one is 32. And yeah, so I'm not expecting it to be good. I'm not expecting it to get a lot of views, but I want to put it out for consistency of story because I'm playing Legends Arceus very slowly, because I'm wanting to play for the story, not necessarily like the gameplay or achievements or anything like that. I also put up the first story section for Legends Arceus on my Ko-fi. It is only for members and one-time donators. So if you want to read the like the backstory to like right before our character Dolores gets sent into the past, you can read that and see how I'm playing the story, what is the point of it. I will have another story up in kind of reflecting on the first two episodes is what my plan is. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully each stream will give me 2 episodes or 2 videos. And every time I put up the 2 videos, then I'll have a chapter up on Ko-fi reflecting about that time, is what I think I'm going to do. That is still very segmented to change, but those stories will only be on Ko-fi for paid members and for one-time subscribers. Eventually, they will be free on my website, but I think what I'll probably do is I'll put those up on the website for free after I'm done. Once I've completed the whole Let's Play, I have no more stories to contribute. I'll probably wait like a couple months afterwards and then put them up for free, because at that point, you know, there's no specialness in getting to read the stories before. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but that's a long time from now. Hopefully before the next one comes out. But we'll see. I think the next one will just be like a general Let's Play, kind of like the Shining Pearl was just kind of a general play, Let's Play, and I think that will be what the next one is, but we'll see. So I have those done, and I set up the next Wino episode to get ready to edit that one. But I did decide to, I think it was actually last week, not this week, it was last week. I pulled a card for one of the poems. I did, because I felt like I wanted to. I carried it around for a little bit and then finally read it and got a thought. And I did a speech to text, quick, like, blurb out poem, just put words out that I was thinking. I haven't looked at it, so I haven't edited it or anything like that. So we'll see what happens. I might not like it. I might put the card back and pull another one. This one was a really weird card for like lovey, exotic romance kind of stuff. It was interesting. So I did that. And yeah. I did also want to, I haven't done an unboxing on a vlog or like on the channel. I've just been doing shorts because they're much easier to do, and for the stickers it's a smaller thing. But it's gonna be June, which means my planner is done. So technically in July is when it's supposed to be done, but with the way the planner is set up and how the months are set up, it actually doesn't work that way. June is very overlapped. So I decided, why don't I just start June with a new planner? And we had some extra money at the time, so I could buy a planner and also some stickers, because I'm running out of things. So Madil again owns the Book Launch Planner, Sunbridge stickers. Those are all linked down below. I am an affiliate if you use the links. But she packages it, hand packages it nicely in a little tissue paper, and you can see it's gonna be backwards, remember, but she seals it with a sticker. It says the Book Launch Planner. I'm shaking, I don't know why, I'm sorry. So we have paper tissue. She has the same card each time, congratulating, saying that you're taking a step forward into getting your book published, stuff like that. And then we have, before I show you the stickers, which are on the top, a new, brand new, unwritten on planner. So that's nice. Nice and shiny. It is a hardcover, spiral bound. Again, in the front, because it is set up for you to like make your book, publish it for like self-publishing. But I do like the layout personally myself, so that's why I use it, even though I'm not going for traditional publishing. But you have stuff here. So here you have the title of your book, your name, and then your release date here at the beginning. And then she has a whole table of contents to help you figure out where to get to things. So she has a whole like explanation of what the planner is, knowing your market, the ideas, how to get book blurbs. There's all kinds of great like indie publishing ideas in this, like the beginning of the planner. But again, what I like it for is the calendar part. So this is like a year at a glance, which I don't use, which I might try to use. I don't know. I was truly trying the quarterly plan, and that kind of got out of hand. So I might just stick to monthly plans for now. I don't think I can handle quarterly at this time. But then you have the month and your newsletter ideas, which I have been using now that I'm doing a newsletter every month on Ko-fi. That's free. All you have to do is follow the Ko-fi to be able to know when the newsletter comes out. And then I do announce it on Twitter. But I think I'm going to start doing a delay on that so that if you really want it on the day it's released, you have to be on Ko-fi. But so you have that. Then you have a social media template here where you have how many subscribers you had, and from the start of the month, finish of the month, and then if you had less or positives, which I have shown before. And then this is just like ideas for what you're going to do for the month, plans, things. And then you have your monthly spread here. You put your stickers for the month, things that I'll focus on, or whatever else you want to put here. Usually I put my monthly word count here. And then empty, it is not numbered, you can see here, so you can put anything here. And then you have the layout for the month. So you have Sunday through Monday, and then over here also. And then you have a to-do list, a social media list, which I don't 100% follow, but you have that if you want to follow the prompt. And then after Saturday, you have my self-care plan, because it's really important to take care of yourself. She actually says that when she first came out with it. So, and you have that, and that's all this part. So the self-publishing like advice stuff is here at the front, and then all the rest of this is calendar, and then at the very end, so like blank sheets, and you have a little pocket for stickers, which I do use. I do put stickers there. If you want to see what my old planner looks like for the year, let me know, and I can do a quick like flip through of like how the stickers looked, how I decorated the planner, my chaotic planning, which doesn't always work out. But if you're interested in that, let me know, and I can do a short video. Not a short, but like just a shorter video of a flip through of my old planner. And then when you order the planner, this is the only time you can get these. You get a sheet for the month. So these are like January, April, July stickers. These go on the edge of the sheet so that you can flip through, like on mine, where it looks like these. And then at the bottom is where you can just stick it in the page. And then for people who are actually using the book launch planner to launch a book, you have these particular stickers that are for like street team and stuff like that to help you organize with stickers. So it says like release date, cover reveal, street team sign up, stuff like that. Now the extras I ordered, and what I did, so I can't use my own discount code to get 10% off. But what I did is I looked up the hashtag book lunch planner. And from there, anyone else who has the book launch planner and posts it on Instagram has their setups with that. I just found another person who's also an affiliate and just use theirs. And I picked randomly anybody. So if you, for whatever reason, don't want to support me, don't want to use my affiliate code, you can always go to Instagram, look up the hashtag, and just pick whoever you want. I picked, because I'm running out of the stickers I use for my word counts, I picked these word count stickers. It's just an open book. It says word count. I might actually write this time in the sticker. I usually write next to it. I might actually write inside because the sticker is a little bit bigger than the ones I've been using previously, which I got in like a book box. And then eventually I'll need to edit. I can't just continue to draft endlessly. So I bought these editing open book stickers as well that I've been wanting. And it just says edited pages, being that I don't have solid chapters in my drafts, because when I zero draft, I'm like, man, that could be another chapter, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to move chapters and things around. So I think editing per page is gonna be much easier for me. So I got these stickers for per page, but they also have stickers that look like this, and then other things that are for chapters. And then I was running out of YouTube stickers, so I got some YouTube stickers. But yeah, that's what I got from stoneridgestickers.com. And Madil again designs and makes all these stickers herself. And yeah, if you want to check her stuff out, I have a link down to the website. It is an affiliate link. Also, if you want to get 10% off, I do have my code on there, which I can put here, which is Dolores 10 for just 10% off. So, and I get a little bit of something from that, and then you get 10% off stickers. So if you're interested, and again, let me know if you want to see this old thing and all the stickers and how I set it up for the year here. Let me know, and I will do a flip through of that. But yeah, so now it's open, I get to set up June's June's pages. There we go. I still have to film my short for the unboxing for June. So, but, yep, that's really it. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to open this so I could start using it, let you see it. So I figured that would be nice to show you and give a little update, because I kind of felt bad that I didn't write. But this is one of those things where I said I was gonna. I don't want to punish myself or force myself, especially right now when I don't have an agent or an editor that is relying on me. So yeah, that's it. But I will see you next time for the next update, and I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I'll link it if you haven't watched it yet for April. But yeah, bye. Hey guys, so it is Thursday, June 2nd, and it's late. You can see the posters changed. I mean, I just told you the date. So, what happened? I got sick. I got COVID. Luckily, my doctor reacted very quickly when I told her. She sent medication that I took that's supposed to help prevent cases from being severe, and with my asthma and diabetes, and I'm obviously overweight, I had a lot of risk factors, so she gave it to me, and I think it helped me get better quicker. I think I would have been sicker longer, and it would have actually gotten worse, because I started taking it just as I was starting to feel more in my lungs, because when I first got sick, I thought it was just my normal sinuses, being that our spring is really in full gear now and things are green. And the Palo Verde trees are blooming, which also means their flowers and pollen are everywhere. So I figured it was just my normal allergies, which I do get around this set of time. And I wouldn't have tested myself if my sister hadn't. So that weekend we had went to a graduation party for my cousin, and my sister had come down. She was already planning to come down, so it kind of just worked. But she came down with her boyfriend, and my parents had told me she woke up feeling sick that Sunday morning. And I was like, oh, it's probably just because at night still it gets pretty cold, and my parents are just a little bit higher than me, so it's a little bit colder there, but definitely colder than in Phoenix, in the main city where they live in the middle of the city, and all the concrete and tar keeps it warm, versus up here where we are more open. We're in the like semi-rural area, so especially my parents, so there's no thing to keep the heat in. The so we just figured it was that. And because she's always cold anyways, like my mom was before she started going through menopause. They were just always cold. And then on, I really want to say like Tuesday-ish, I started feeling like my nose. So I started taking my normal allergy, sinus, and cold medicine that usually helps my sinuses, because it really just felt like I had sinus pressure, and like yeah, just sinus pressure at first, and then it kind of felt like a head cold after some time. But that was really all it was on Tuesday, I think is what it was, because Monday I streamed and I was for the most part fine. It was pretty normal for me. For me. But then my husband and I were in the parking lot on Tuesday, and I was telling him how I, don't feel great and all this, and just kind of blah about needing to go to the store and all that. Oh, no. Wednesday. It was Wednesday. Because Tuesday I told him I didn't want to go to the store. I needed to sleep. Wednesday I woke up, felt bad, thought about maybe that I should not go with my dad. Maybe I should stay home. I was debating. And then in the end, I was like, no, my dad needs to go to town. We have some things that we need to do. So we went into town, and then we were in the parking lot that evening going to go shopping, being that I wanted to sleep Tuesday, so we didn't go like normal. And my sister called and I was gonna call her anyways to let her know about like a family update, because my parents didn't want to call her, they were tired. And so I told her mine, which was a shock for her, but then she told me her and her boyfriend tested positive. And I was like, shit, and all this. And then I realized I also didn't feel good. And I was like, fuck. So I hung up with her, told my husband, we decided to go to the store, and we talked about it while we were at the store. And I was like, you know what? Let's buy a test so I can test myself when I get home. And, we went to the store. Luckily, it was a short list, and got what we needed, left. And then when I got here, I put all our groceries away, and then I sat down and tested myself, and I was positive. It was solid dark line. My husband was a negative, and I was like, surprised. And I called my parents and let them know. They were worried, and I also still had all of my dad's equipment from the fact that, the next day was his normal shopping day. So I was like, we're going to go in my car anyways. I might as well keep all of his moving equipment in my vehicle. So my husband had to then go to the store because my parents decided to test themselves too, even though no one felt sick. My husband went to the store, grabbed 2 more tests because I wanted another one for the house and one for my parents, and then dropped off all of my dad's equipment so that he could have it for himself. My parents tested themselves. They were good. And then that was kind of it. I suffered for the first day, and then my doctor messaged me back and sent me that medication. So at the beginning of this vlog, I told you that we were doing on the Headspace Discord 20K in May. I did not not that we're counting words. We know that I don't count words on this channel. Not that I don't believe them, I just am really bad at doing it, and it causes me great anxiety. So, we count overall words. I did not add another 20K to my writing. I did, as I have updated my planner, I did write one poem, or like a rough draft of a poem that I had talked about in a different clip I know I have, where I kind of picked a card and just verbally made a poem as I had inspiration. I still haven't looked back at that. I haven't done anything with it. I do want to, because I do want to post another video on TikTok. So I have that. And then for my word count on the document, I am at 13,985, so almost 14. And that's where I left it the last time I wrote, which was the Monday that I streamed. I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4. I wrote that I have documented that I could remember. I may have wrote more that I forgot to put down, but I wrote 8 times. Most of those were streams, but I wrote 8 times for the most part. And when I do sit down to write, I try to at least write for one whole segment of my routine, which is 15, 20, 25. I don't know how much that adds up to. I could do math, but I don't want to. So you can do math if you want to. But that's how much I wrote. And for context, I guess I could do a little bit of math. Do I want to? No, I'll just tell you. Last month, I wrote 7,296, and now I'm at 13. So, is that at least 5? Maybe it's about 5K-ish. I'm guessing. I'm not doing that. So that was that. Ironically, I also did not do a newsletter this month. The first time I skipped since I started to do it in April, I think. March. No. Whenever it was that I started to do a newsletter. This was the first time I skipped, and it was because it was late. It was going to be late because the 15th kind of snuck up on me. I thought I had more time, and I didn't know what to write. Even though I have ideas on here that I keep track of, I didn't want to write about that, and then I didn't know what else to write about, and I didn't want it to be rushed, so I just did nothing. And that was that. But as a stat for my social media growth, I gained 4 people in total for the month on Instagram, 5 on Twitter. I lost 1 person on Twitch, Though towards the end of my streaming, the last 2 streams, writing streams, I definitely had more engagement on Twitch than I normally do, which is nice. Which makes me feel bad that then I suddenly was sick and just stopped streaming. I did not gain or lose anyone on Ko-fi. I gained 7 people on the main YouTube channel, which is what you're watching this on. I gained 2 people on the second VODs channel, and then I lost 1 person on TikTok. So, overall, it was a good month for subscribers, ironically. I think that had a lot to do with me. I'm trying to do better at using tags and at least hearting and liking things and trying to sort of interact. And there were hints and announcements to a lot of things this month. So before I get to that, I want to go over reading. So what did I read this month? I read 5 books. And you'll see how I suddenly read so much. It wasn't while I was sick. I didn't read anything while I was sick. But we're going to start at the end of my list. I don't know if that's an accurate timeline, but I read a lot of comics and manga from the library this month. So I read Skyward Volume 1, My Low G Life. I had heard of this from JD Ray Reads and her YouTube channel. I'll link her down below. She really liked this and she talked about it a lot in giving the description of it, and I was like, that's interesting. And when I was looking up comics to read at, I think it was one of my grandmother's appointments that I had this month, that I just wanted something to read. This was available to borrow at that moment, so I borrowed it. It is a young adult graphic novel, or no, comic. A young adult comic that's science fiction. It's about a futuristic world where suddenly gravity just turns off to a certain degree. And what happens afterwards. And also, it's kind of like a mystery-esque where we find out answers to stuff, and now the main character has to go on a journey pretty much to like save the world. So I liked it. It was nice. It kind of ended sad. It kind of tied into my sad ending books from last month. But it was still good and I enjoyed it, and I do plan to read volume 2. I think I'm on the wait list at the library for that one. So there's that. Then I finished listening to Exit Strategy, Murderbot Diaries number 4 from Martha Wells. I like this. It definitely had a lot. It continued the journey that Murderbot has of emotions, where they are struggling with dealing with their emotions and don't know how to process them. And I loved it. They were funny and cute. There was the hard part of reading this later is that I know that there's more in the series. So I feel like there's some heart-wrenching moments where if I was reading them when they came out, I would have been terrified. But I know the series goes on, so I wasn't as terrified. But it was still, it like pinpricked me at least. But again, read it for them. Read it for Murderbot because he's amazing and we all love him. So look here, I'm currently reading the next one because ironically the library gave it to me right away, pretty much. So I'm in the process of reading 5. I haven't read it since I got sick, but I plan to continue to listen to it. And again, that is an adult science fiction novella series. with one novel, which I think 5 is the novel. So I think I am listening to the novel, the largest one. And then the next set of books are all comics, or actually they're mangas. But I picked, because tropes, I picked Our Fake Marriage by Kiwi Tokina. Kiwi Tokina. Again, cover here, magic. It is a romance manga. It's cute, it's lighthearted, it doesn't take itself seriously. There are definitely like the spicy, serious moments. This is definitely not an adult. I mean, a teen. This is definitely M. I don't know if it's officially M. Like, I'm not reading it physically where it would have that on the cover. But I would say, especially later. I think volume 3 is when they finally have some sexy time. No, there were body parts in this volume. Do not let children read this. But I don't think I have children on here. Most of my demographic is like around my age anyways. So if you just want fan service for the not arranged, for the fake marriage trope, this is it. This is just fake marriage trope galore, and they're also friends, which kind of, not friends, they're old childhood friends. There we go. So I read volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and I currently have volume 4. I just haven't read it yet. It's just kind of sitting on my phone because I was kind of going through them really quickly, and I was like, I need to take a break to savor this because I truly enjoy it. So yeah. Now for game announcements that will affect the channel. I am still playing the Minecraft server that my friends developed. I'll leave a link down to the server on CourseForge down below. My friend just did a update version 2 of it, so it's still good, still scary, still working on getting the town together. I have put up a mini wall of sorts, so if you are interested in that, want to check that out, I would check that out. You have the ability to possibly play with me if we are on at the same time. So yeah, my friend's done a lot of work for like general people who join on the channel, on the server, so I'd recommend checking that out. And also a Discord is attached to that, so all that will be down below. Now, Pokemon. This literally all happened the last 2 days, today and yesterday. Pokemon dropped a trailer, and it caught me off guard because, again, I've been not really watching a lot of my normal channels because I didn't want to be reminded of work or feel bad that I wasn't working. So I have a personal YouTube account, and I was really watching more channels on that, even though some are the same, but I have a lot of extra things that kind of drowned out a lot of other stuff, like Pokemon announcement and the Sims announcement, which we'll get to that in a minute. So yesterday, when I went back on this account, I suddenly saw, I actually was on Twitter, and I saw something, and I was like, fuck, did I miss something? Did Pokemon announce something? And I missed a trailer drop for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So I watched the trailer and watched some people's reactions. I have read the page, and I'm more excited. I'm definitely getting Scarlet. It's past and future. It's very futuristic, and I love it. I do enjoy that there are 2 different professors. I do wish, I forget what creator it was, suggested that maybe they would be a married couple. I wish that was the case, because I do know, not that I played Pokemon Sun and Moon. I do know that they kind of played off the like two professors that are married, but really it was just the main male professor. We just kind of had like a cameo of the female professor, which was his wife. But it would have been nice to have them play both important roles, but I guess not. But I'm gonna play Violet, which seems like that's the future one, and I'm excited for that. I definitely have like a space thing going on. I'm writing a sci-fi. I'm for that. That's really it. We had 3 new Pokemon announced, which all look really cute. And we also had, I'm gonna put a picture up of her, Nimona. And I love that our rival slash peer mentor is older than us. She looks like she's probably the same age as what the protagonist is supposed to be in Legends Arceus. And if you were on my streams or watched the VODs, you would have heard my rant. I cut it out of the video that I produced on this channel because it was too long of a rant. But one of the things I did not like about the female model for Pokemon Legends Arceus is that if our protagonist was supposed to be 15, she did not look 15. Her chest was too flat. She didn't need a large bump, but she definitely could have had more shadowing that insinuated that she had a chest, even if it was a budding chest. She could have had that. And it is my biggest, I guess, pet peeve and critique I have for Legends Arceus is that they were not honest with the female character and what they should look like. So in here, and again, hopefully I'll have a picture up and I might have a picture comparing the two. Nimona has a chest and it's a quite obvious chest. There's even, and maybe that's the picture I will pick, there's a side profile shot of her where you can definitely see the side of her breast. So I like that. I like that it shows age in a character that is supposed to be our rival slash friend, peer mentor. I just hope that if we have another Legends type Arceus game where our protagonist is aged up to a teen, that they follow the same model. And the protagonist, or the player character, has some form of a chest. Because it's not right to be like, oh, the only difference is that they have hair. If hair is customizable, then you can have, if you don't want a physical, even if it's just a small chest, you can then play as, even though I know that pronouns are still a problem in the games, you can play as a male character and then just put long hair on them. But if you're going to have a female, feminine typed character, they should look their age. And that's really all I'm going to go. I'm not going to go into it, but that was something I noticed almost right away when watching the trailer, was that Nimona looked older. She looked around 15. She looked her age, in the sense of like young, like tween to teen age. Definitely more teen, because I know that we are usually 10, which is like the starting of tween them. So when it comes to the legendaries, the only critique I have and fear that I already had when we first found out the region, and people have been mentioning it, side mentioning it, trying to skirt around things. And I don't know if anyone really brought this up when we had the Galar region. Colonialism. I am a Mexican American person. And since seeing I forget what his name is, but he's creating Buddymon. He does amazing fake mon worlds, and he had one that was a really short one, and it was for Halloween, but it was inspired by like Mexican, Mesoamerican inspiration. And after seeing that, I really wanted that, even if it's slightly tied into like an American-esque region. I feel like it would be wonderful because there is huge, rich lore and mythology in Mexico and Mesoamerica and Latin America, and I feel like that should be honored and represented in a region that is representative of them. Someone mentioned it, I think it was John on Pokemon 7, his reaction. He was trying to remember what the word was, and someone mentioned it in chat, and he said yes, that Koraidon looks like Quetzalcoatl a little bit. It definitely sort of speaks to it. He has a headdress and all this. And I don't know that much about Spanish lore, and I could be wrong. But if that's the case, it is one of my greatest fears that Pokemon will be taking creatures of mythology and animals of real animals from Mexico, Mesoamerica, and Latin America to put in this Spanish-inspired country when I don't think they should. I don't think they should take these creatures and animals from a whole other part of the country or world, a whole other heritage, and put it in a game and be like, oh yeah, these are their history and their lore and their folklore and their heritage, when it's not. It is stuff that they stole, tried to stomp out of us, tried to make us forget by bringing over Christianity and their better view of the world. Many Native Americans died in many different parts of Latin and Mesoamerica, and many people were forced to forget about things, much like America did to their Native Americans as well. The bigger difference is that in a much larger way, it worked, unfortunately, to the point where like the Mayan culture is pretty much gone. There are very few people that speak the Mayan native language, and that's why it's such a big mystery, because the whole empire just disappeared, and I'm pretty sure it had to do with the invasion of the Spanish. Also, to caveat that, the peninsula literally has a whole other country of Portugal, and I feel like so far it looks like it's not very well represented. And again, that we only have a small little peek at the game, but everyone keeps pointing to Spain, and I do feel bad for Portugal because I feel like they should have more rep. So instead of stealing from communities that have already been ravaged by Spain, including Brazil, Portugal did the same thing to Brazil, but instead of stealing where things have already been stolen, why don't you actually mine the countries that you put the world in? So yeah, those are my two soapboxes for Pokemon, my critiques, my not happiness with it. But I'm still excited for the game itself. Now, the second game announcement that affects the channel is that Sims announced a couple things. So quickly, they announced 2 more kits coming, or already here actually. They dropped while I was sick. Chic Nights Out and Cozy Nights In, where they dropped a plethora of hints to what the game pack was going to be when they announced their like setup that they've been doing. I did enjoy the Chic Nights Out cast. Again, male Sims kind of got the short end of the stick. I agree. When I was watching people's look through of the kits, the Cozy Nights Out, the kids kit was perfect. It was cute. I do agree with Vixella. I wish we could make s'mores. It makes sense, but oh well. So those are nice. I do want to eventually buy them. I don't have them yet, but I want to get them because I always am happy for more casts. As if you watch my last stream, I spent a lot of time in cast unintentionally. Also, the new pronouns update came out, which I one of the first days that I felt okay-ish to sit up, and I was able to sit up for a couple hours. I downloaded the new Sims Express update and the update in general, and I updated my Sims pronouns in the older brother challenge game. So I like that representation. I was very happy. And then they announced the game hack, Go Wild Werewolves, more occults. And as you know, I have been making an occult legacy challenge that I'm going to tie into the older brother challenge, I think, because it just will be easier. I talked about this in a past clip or maybe a past vlog. I'm not even sure. I'm happy. Now, I was watching reactions this morning after I watched the trailer, which I thought was great. And I think it was James Turner who showed a picture of the different werewolves from each pack. Now, werewolves in 1 and 2, the concept didn't look bad. I don't know what the gameplay was or anything like that. Just looking at the physical model, they didn't look bad. It was just, low graphics and rendering kind of looked poopy. But looking at werewolves in The Sims 3, they were not werewolves. They were people who had birth defects is what they looked like, or genetic disorders. And I know that's what people are comparing it to, but I'm just like, that was not a werewolf. You're complaining about the models in Sims 4 not looking werewolfy enough, and they definitely don't look like the horror movie werewolves. But I was like, no. So, what do I think? I like them. They look like a half man, half human. I mean, half human, half canine looking creature. Their snout could be longer to make them look more canine-esque, but it's kind of in between, which could represent someone wanting to look more like a fox versus a wolf, is what I was thinking. And as someone who has experienced werewolfdom more than just Twilight, because a lot of people kept mentioning Twilight. If you watch Dracula, I don't remember what Dracula it was that had werewolves in it. If you watch, what was it? Van Helsing with Wolverine in it. I don't remember what his real name is. I'm sorry. If you watch Van Helsing, the werewolves look very similar, except that obviously their size is bigger, and the Sims models are exactly the same. And I know that sizing has always been an issue in Sims, so I feel like if somehow the model could have been taller, it would have made a difference. And their legs are very human and not animalistic enough. I think if they had put them in a set up position constantly, they could have still looked very human, except maybe they just never wore shoes. I don't know if you can wear shoes as a werewolf in the Sims 4, but if they had set their feet up all the time, they didn't have to do. Dr. Gluon mentioned the like in some werewolf models or characters in other movies where the legs are kind of bent and they're constantly like in a almost hunched position or like slightly hunched. They didn't have to do that entirely, but I think if they had put up the feet so it looked almost like they were like in heels sort of, it would have done more to make it less human looking, which I feel like is a lot of people's complaints. So I think really if the model could be taller and if the feet could have been up to simulate like uh, almost slight hunching, I think people would have taken the model better. The snout could have been longer, but I don't think it's that big of a deal because it does look like a canine, and canine can mean wolf or fox, and we have foxes already in the game. So I don't think it's that. If you take a werewolf lore from many different eras, there are even werewolves that definitely don't look like Sims 3, but also don't look like the new Sims 4. And they're like, I think it's actually in Resident Evil, maybe. I don't know, where the werewolves look kind of gross and they don't really look like the wolf. I think it's fine. And if you look into were history in general, there are different were creatures. So people were saying they look like a cat. There are were cats. I don't remember what culture that has it. I was doing research for a book idea that I ended up not writing, but I may write in the future when I decide to move into fantasy. There are were cats. So if you wanted to, you could pretend they're not wolves and make them a werecat if you really do think that they look like cats. So we still need to see more gameplay. You know, if you have cats and dogs pack, how do they act with cats and dogs? Or with the foxes from uh, the newest, or I guess the second newest game pack. So there's a lot where they could still do things I think that would help the community accept it more. It definitely looks like there's going to be a power like ranking system like in the spellcasters and vampires. I hope that it's as complicated as vampire skill set and not cast a spellcaster. I love the spellcasters. I love the world. I love the lore. I hate the magic system. I hate the ranking system. It's super easy to get through. There's not really a negative and positive effect. I think they could have done it better. But the vampire one is really good. It's actually very hard to get to the top, especially if you are a good vampire. And I want that complication because it mentions in the blog posts whether you embrace or fight the urge. So if you want to be a good person and you hate being a werewolf and maybe your goal is to not be a werewolf anymore, that because of the ranking and how things work, I also hope that you can transform during the day and the night, and it did look like that. So we will see. And they did mention that there is a cure for being a werewolf because they mentioned some other disease, and then they said that's not the cure for lichen whatever for being a werewolf. So there's definitely lore and history and complication, and I'm ready for it. And I'm ready for when I do start the occult challenge to just add it in, because when I finally do show you guys the rules, you'll see that it is very open. It's not a very tight challenge, and it will be perfect to just add it in. So those are the game updates, and the game pack drops on June 16th, and the Pokemon game drops November 18th. So those are those. It'll again definitely affect the game. So I'm excited. I'm happy for that. And that's really the update. This month, I'm hoping to just again keep up with the streaming schedule. Hopefully, I will be participating in the Worldwide Write-a-thon as just a participant. Being that when I was sick was during a bunch of the recruiting and time, and I wasn't on any Discords or doing really anything. So I missed out on that, and I'm okay. I'm not gonna try and go in at the last minute. Hopefully, with the November one, I'll be able to participate, or I guess it's in October. I'll be able to participate in that one. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's really the goal, just to keep writing, to keep going with my book and to finish it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. And that's really it. That's the update. That's the wrap up for the month and all my things. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're interested in watching this chaos that my life is, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and all that funness. And I will see you next time, whether I drop it's in another vlog or if I drop another game channel video and game video. Enjoy all that. Go ahead and check out the playlists and all my other videos. And if you're wanting to find out how my streams are, I have the second channel, which is a VOD channel right now, and will be turning into a streaming channel in the near future. So yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. So bye. Let's raise and prosper.